When we're using feedback, the beginning level is where you just identify the changes that you made since the previous lab report. The developing level says I describe at least 6 changes that I made since the previous lab report, correlated to feedback from my peers, the instructor, class discussion, or my own understanding of this rubric. So you need to have at least 6 changes, and it needs to be correlated to specific feedback. In other words, you want to reference the feedback that you were given when making those changes. So for example, if you want to insert a text box, right, we can do that. And let's say this person, on my lab report, I restated the task as a question because last time I left it as a statement. So, this way you're saying not just what you changed. You're not just pointing out what you changed, but you're also saying why you changed it. Why did it need to be addressed? So I'm going to go through here and do that for all the things that I changed. So now I'm going to say for my methods and materials, I added detail about how many times I collected the data, because last time I didn't address the uncertainty. Right, so you're just stating why you did what you did. If you're not sure why you're making this change, that's something that we should talk about. That's why I have you do this, because I want you to understand why you're doing what you're doing. So again, maybe now you're going to say, I added units to the headers because last lab I put the units in the columns next to the values collected. Right, so you just go through your lab in this way, and I'm using a text box to do this. You can just type it right on, in a different color or a different font right underneath. So you might choose to do like this. So I'm going to write this here. I added the trend line and equation of the trend line because on the last lab I only included the plotted points, so I couldn't make good use of the graph in my CER, right? So if you know why it's important, you add that. So you can either just type it, you can add a text box. If you're in a Google Doc, you can use the comments feature and it'll put it in the margins for you when you do it, and I should be able to see that without a problem. You can submit this electronically if you choose. You certainly can still print this out and handwrite it.